Hi, I'm James Lott Jr. with a lot of help, and I'm here with Mark DuBois from Keller WIlliams Realty Oakland, and we have a podcast we did together and some videos we did together. Go to a lot of help.com and see all the stuff there. But we'll talk about a little bit because he served our country. Thank you for your service, Mark.
You're very welcome.
Of course. And so what branch of military were you in?
Well, I started out in the Army.
You started out there, okay.
Very quickly.
Okay.
I got smart. Sorry, fellow Army folks, fellow soldiers, but I transferred over to the Air Force.
Oh, wow, okay.
I was predominantly in the Air Force Reserve, but I was activated during Desert Storm, and I spent 20 years total. I got my commission through the Deserving Airmen's Program and worked at headquarters before I retired in 2007.
Wow.
Travis Air Force Base.
Oh, Travis. Okay, of course.
Yeah.
I know. I've had a Dr. Clarence Lee from Sacramento was in the Air Force. He's actually a pilot and a surgeon. Another African American. We love that. And so I love talking to people so when you were growing up, did you know you were going to the military, or was it a later thing? Like in high school, you're like, I'm going to join the military.
It was a much later thing. And it wasn't like for the esprit de corps necessarily when I first joined. It was more, I was a little bit inspired by a buddy of mine who had joined the Marine Reserves prior. And I also wanted some assistance with college. They offered some assistance with, college tuition and, monthly stuff like that. So I thought, hey, why not serve my country and serve myself and help myself get through college? And then it just became a thing where, I enjoyed the people, I enjoyed doing it, I enjoyed, being a part of, serving my country. So, I stayed, and then after 10 years, you got to go 20, right?
Yes. That's good. That's good. No, good. So you got a lot out of being in the Air Force and the Armed Forces. You got a lot out of it then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's invaluable just lessons, learning about people. It helps me in all the things that I was going to ask you.
It must have helped inform you in how you do your real estate.
Yeah, I mean, you get to meet people from all over the country first, and then, of course, all over the world. But, I mean, more so I got to see really a lot of people from different walks of life there. And, of course, different ranks, of people that were, privates or airmen, and then officers.
What was your ending rank when you left?
I was a captain.
Oh, wow. You're a captain. Okay. Captain DuBois. Because I've never served, so I don't know. I have people in my family from military, and I just always wonder what it's like to be part of something that's actually is larger than you, isn't it? You work kind of always as a team, which helps you in anything else in life, but that must be it, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess people have really defined roles.
Okay.
And of course, like anything, you only do achieve through others. And so you really just have to kind of know who your go-to people are and how to interact with folks so you can get cooperation. It's not all about just ordering people.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay.
You set it up so that at wartime, in the moment, people know what they have to do and that they need to respond instantly. Okay. But all through peacetime, it's really the same as any corporate environment, really. I mean, it's relationships and building trust and stuff like that so that when the time comes, they will respond right away for you.
What was the most challenging thing for you in the early days when you were in the Army? What was the most challenging thing for you?
There wasn't much for me that was all that challenging. It was actually quite interesting. When I went to my basic training, the youth around me, I was 1 year older. I had 1 year of college, and a lot of kids were like missing home, and it was too hot, and I don't like doing push-ups, and they're yelling at me, and all this stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, what's the big deal?
How funny. Okay.
We have a job to do. We're here for something. It's really temporary. Everything you feel is temporary. You feel a little uncomfortable, they're yelling at you, whatever. It's you have something, there's an end to this, and there's a purpose to it. And so I was, it's not that I learned discipline. I kind of had a level of discipline and understood the need for all that was happening. So I just kind of moved through it because that was what was supposed to happen, and found my role.
Wow. I admire anybody who does service. I just find it fascinating. I just never did it myself, because of course when you went in, I was around the same age as you, and so we were at war at one point, and you went over there. So was it? I mean, I know it's a long discussion, but just in short ways, what's it like to go over where you're at war? What is that like for your psyche?
So to be, frank, I wasn't in battle.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I wasn't
okay.
in front of battle or
Okay.
anything. I was on base.
But still.
So, yeah, well, when we're seeing people, we're interacting with people who are flying on missions and stuff like that. It's a different perspective. The biggest surreal moment really was when I was called to report.
Wow, that was a good
We were literally in the middle of a move. I was literally packing a truck,
Oh my God.
to go to the next location, the next house that we're moving to with my mother. And I get the call at first thing in the morning, and I'm like, I got a truck coming here. Like, what am I going to do?
My God.
And like, I'm going to be gone. Like, what do I? So, I mean, the good thing was I was able to go report, then come back.
Okay.
And they gave me 3 days to get ready,
Okay.
to get all my stuff together, and then you go do what you need to do. So, but that was pretty surreal. Like the idea of being called up and then being gone and stuff like that.
Call to duty, call to service.
Yeah, and I felt for my mother because like she was like, oh my God, my son.
Yeah, I'm
is
sure.
going somewhere. So
That's a good question. I was thinking about just now. You have a son, right?
I have a son and a daughter.
Would you be open to them going to the military, either of them?
Yeah, I'm in support of whatever they want to do in life. If they see that as their calling, their mission, and that was something they want to do, I want to make sure they know what their options are.
Okay.
And it may matter what situation we're in at the time, whether it's a wartime situation or who's president or whatever the case may be.
Yes, exactly.
At the end of the day, though, I support my children. I want to give them enough information to make decisions for themselves. And
you got time. They're kids. They're kids.
They're 5 and 4. So
yeah, they got some
a long
time.
ways away.
It goes by fast. I'm telling you, it goes by fast.
Yeah.
My daughter's turning a certain age soon. I'm like, I don't know what happened. She's grown.
Yeah.
It does happen. But and then the next thing is, what would you say to any veterans who want to come into real estate? They're out and they want to do the thing about doing this. What would you say to them?
I would encourage them. I would encourage anyone who is willing to take. You're willing to take guidance. For instance, at Keller WIlliams, we give a lot of guidance, a lot of training.
Okay.
Other brokerages, you need to find one that's going to be willing to teach you. But if you're willing to learn and take it and run with it, I mean, I think a military person is probably best suited, if anything, because you know there's an outline of success, and this is what you do to get successful. So they should just find the right mentor, the right brokerage, and run with it.
And you should hire people from the military.
Yes.
No, I mean, seriously. I mean, I'm not going to get too political, but I just know that it has been a problem sometimes. Military people trying to find work.
Well,
you're a good worker. You guys are good
elective
workers.
Situation. It's
Right.
not something that you get hired for.
Right.
You can just decide to be a real estate agent and then go and apply to an office, and they'll most likely take you on. So you'd work for yourself.
Right. And that's good too.
Yeah.
I like it for myself. And you can work for yourself. But he's doing it. So you could do it. You could do it too. We wanted to mention that. So again, thank you for your service. On that.
Yeah.
And this is Mark DuBois, Keller WIlliams Realty Oakland, and find him at teamdubois.com. Correct? Did I say it right?
Correct. Yeah.
And of course, again, as you see this video, follow it. We're trying to figure out where it is. It's either this way or this way or this way or that way. It says subscribe. It's JLJ Media. Go ahead, subscribe, and see I have a bunch of other videos on there too. And then of course the podcast that he'll be on is called A Lot of Help with James Lott Jr. It's on iHeartRadio. I'm still trying to figure out, is it iTunes or Apple Podcasts? I think it's either one. And Spreaker.com. Go ahead and like, subscribe there too, and rate and comment. Any questions, you can send them to me. I can get them to him. If you have any questions for him, he will answer them. If you're in the Oakland area or Castro Valley or over here somewhere,
I love answering questions.
he'll answer questions for you. I mean, he's here to help. He's here to help you find either the right home for yourself or a space that's comfortable for you. I'm James Lott Jr., and I'll see you next time.